Okay, we're reviewing today Netflix's I Will Find You and I Will Kill You. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't do that either. But it is a Netflix show with Sam Worthington. We're going to talk about that today. And we got some interesting geeky news today here on Two Geeks and a Microphone.
Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Hello there.
So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first?
Sam will talk first today. Hello, everyone. Good to catch you guys.
Good
Hi,
morning,
Sam.
Or good evening to you.
Yeah. Good morning and evening to Sam. Welcome to the show. I am your co-host, Mr. Stephen Foster, along with the one, the only, the most beardiest, who's really kind of got me thinking about these Blokies figures, I got to say.
Cool.
So we'll talk about that here shortly. But anyway, so welcome to the show. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
So good morning to all you geeks out there in Geekdom Land. Sorry, I had to do the Paul Stanley impersonation there.
Right. I wonder if we could sample that when we come back. So,
I keep saying I'm going to try and figure out a way, and then I don't do it.
That's right.
Because I got to rip the music out, and I'm not sure how to do that. So, I mean, we got tools and stuff, but I don't know if we got anything that can rip the music out or not. I have to really research into that. I might be able to do it through Podbean, possibly. I don't know, or maybe through 11 Labs, something like that.
Maybe, I don't know. Or we just create our own. We create our own. I have Suno, and we can create our own welcome to the show.
Well, I just wanted to sound like Paul Stanley, though. That's from his opening lines of Psycho Circus, by the way.
Yeah.
Kiss the Psycho Circus.
Yes. So. Speaking of ripping, I think you gave me a CD copy of that.
I will not confirm or deny that.
Well, it was like loaning it out to me. You're like, here, I want you to hear this, but Stephen, I don't trust you with the original, so I made you a copy.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, I guess you were still here back then, because that was 2000 or 1999, something like that. 1999, I think, is when it came out. Psycho Circus was an interesting era for the band, too, because now you got me started. I'm going to geek out on Kiss. Because that was during the reunion time, from 96 to 2000. And they made a big hoopla about going back, the four originals going back into the studio. And then later, after the album came out, we found out that really all four originals did not go back in the studio. Gene and Paul were there for the entire album. Paul produced the album. Ace sang and did guitars on Into the Void, which is a fantastic Ace Frehley song. I love that Ace song. And then all four of them provided vocals for the album, or the song, I can't remember, something rock and roll. I can't remember. Imagine that. Everything has the title rock and roll in it. And then, of course, Peter did the vocals for his ballad, which I hate. It's one of the only, there's two songs in Kiss history I skip over, and it's that song and I Still Love You from Creatures of the Night. I don't like that song. Those two I always skip over. I hate those songs. You will almost never hear me say the words I hate to a Kiss song, but those two, I hate those two songs. They suck. Sorry. Anyway, that album was an interesting album because Kiss was hardly on it, in my opinion. Forms of Kiss was on it because Tommy Thayer played on it, who I guess you could technically say is the current Kiss guitarist, and even Bruce Kulick played a little bit on it. And Bruce was the previous Kiss guitarist, who is my second favorite Kiss guitarist, by the way. Anyway, I could geek out on Kiss for a long time, so I'll stop.
We may have to do a Kiss episode.
Oh, I'm in for it. Let's do it. You wanted the best, you got the best. The hottest band in the land, Kiss.
Nice. Okay. Well, we got a lot to talk about. So we'll just go to Geeky News?
Yeah, let's go to Geeky News.
All right. We are going to Geeky News.
All right. So today's Geeky News, Stephen, this is an interesting story. I brought this up to you earlier in the week. Actually, I brought it up to you when we were getting ready to record episode 4 of our Lone Wolf Flight to the Dark.
Yeah, episode 4.
Dark episode. So
we're reading through the book, everybody. We're doing the Joe Dever Lone Wolf series. We're doing the first book. And it's been a blast. We've done what? What do we figure? At least 5-6 hours?
At least. Because each episode has went over an hour and a half. So
yeah.
So
and it's been fun. It's been interesting.
It has been interesting. So episode 4 should be, the video portion of it should be available later today on YouTube on our Ko-fi page through YouTube. So if you're a Ko-fi subscriber, you get to see it first. And it's going to be up for a month, and then it will be available to anybody else in a month on YouTube. And you can watch our episodes 1 and 2 are on YouTube currently, and 3 will be premiering here in a couple weeks. So, but all 4 of them are available to Ko-fi subscribers right now, and the audio should be coming out, I guess, hopefully this weekend.
I'll have it today. Yeah. I'll have
it. We had some technical difficulties. Yes. And it looks like we have those technical difficulties working out. So if you've missed any early bird episodes and you're a Ko-fi subscriber and missed those, we apologize. That they are coming. Yeah. They will return to more of a regular basis here this week.
Yes.
So
we
are happy to announce. All right. Moving on to Geeky News. So Geeky News, we have an interesting story. It kind of feels like it's ripped straight from a dystopian sci-fi flick. It's about a London. You like that? It's about a London-based AI studio called Particle 6, and it just officially introduced the world to Tilly Norwood. Now, if you switch me over to our shared screen, let's see.
Yeah.
Let me
share screen.
There we go. And I guess it would help if I actually shared it, wouldn't it? So let's do this. All right. There we go. So that, as you see in the background, if you were watching, sorry. Let me pull that out. Or no, not that one. Sorry. Let me pull that one out and then go back to Tilly. There we go. All right. Sorry. I didn't have everything ready.
All right.
Anyway, so if you're watching this on video, you'll see in the background this Tilly Norwood, and she is a fully AI created actress. And apparently she's all the rage right now. And when I say all the rage, it means everybody's up in arms at the moment. Because apparently Tilly is going to star in a full movie, a full feature-length movie called Misaligned. It's interesting. And so I started hearing about this week, and I brought it up to Stephen, and I said, I think we should talk about this because I think it's right up our alley. Because, Stephen and I have kind of embraced AI, and we've used AI on the show and done all kinds of fun things with AI.
Mm-hmm.
And this morning, it turns out she has a music video. Oh, gosh. It's horrible. It's just.
Is it really bad?
It's really bad. It is really, really bad.
Yeah.
But she talks about being human. I'm like, no, you're not human. Stop it. You were definitely not. And all this stuff. And I thought it was funny. But the funniest thing about it was, so I watched through the video, right? and YouTube does their little thing where they have their suggested coming up next video and all.
When it finishes, here's what some suggestions.
Yeah. So what the next video was Video Killed the Radio Star by Budgie. I forget the
Bugles.
name. Bugles. That's it. Bugles by the band Bugles. Buggles. I'll get it right eventually. Which was the very first music video showed on MTV. For those of you kids out there, MTV was this channel that showed nothing but music videos, a music video, kind of a movie to a song by a band.
Yeah.
Anyway. That was the very first music video showed on MTV. And I don't know. I was like, what is YouTube trying to tell me something here?
Maybe.
What? So I thought it'd be fun for us to discuss this. I do have thoughts on Tilly.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know what Steven thought.
Well, let's see. I think real quick, Sam said very professional. I think that was reference to, I don't know, because that's been a few minutes. So sorry. And
I'm going to assume it's me. So thank you.
Okay. Right. Not with me. Her boots look like a mix of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and Paul Stanley. Let's take a look at the boots.
Nice. Very nice.
So I think, with AI is a new tool. A lot of people think, it's going to take our jobs and stuff like that. Well, I think those that know how to use AI are going to be able to move forward because there's a lot of things it can do. It can help us with. I mean, even today we used it. Even this morning, Mike used it to pull the transcript from our Lone Wolf episode 4 video, and you were able to get an executive summary and all that kind of, like, it read it in no time and able to supply stuff to us. And Sam says, I'm totally not AI, I swear.
That's good to know, Sam. Thank you.
That's funny.
We appreciate it. But that's exactly what AI would tell us too. How do we know? No, I'm sure funny. Sam's not AI.
Yeah. I think it, just like any tool, how it's used is gonna kind of how shall I say? What's an example I could give? Okay, when the car came out, people were like, I'm not gonna get one of those cars. Right. Those things are crazy. I'm gonna keep my horse. And who? Well, I'm in Montana. People still have their horses up here. I should be careful, but
yeah, but people have cars too.
But people have cars. You have more cars than you have horses.
But you're talking like the industrial age coming in, and the industrial age taking over and such.
Yeah, I think this is only the byproduct of the digital age that we've been in for the last 20 plus years.
Exactly.
And so you've got, people are like, well, ebooks, do you want paper versus digital? And there's arguments for both.
And I land in between both. Honestly.
Yeah, both. Right now, I've been playing around with Suno AI to make music, and there's a really famous YouTuber. His name is Rick Beto, great musician. Oh my goodness, he's incredible. Older guy, studio work. I mean, he's kind of one of those guys that's always behind the scenes, but he's involved in a lot of stuff. But he just calls it AI slop, kind of a thing.
Right.
But I think the opportunities that AI has for us, I mean, realistically, is you can become your own creator and do the things that you've always wanted to do and learn and do through the process, like for both of us with writing. So people are like, oh, you can't, that's just AI slop. I'm like, well, not really, because you come up with the ideas, you write it, and then you have an editor. I mean, you ask any author, you watch any author thing, like on BBC Maestro or on, what's it called in America? BBC Maestro is the one where you get these famous people who do different things. Harlan Coben, the author of I Will Find You.
Right, the show we're about to talk about.
Teaches writing, and you get different people who teach writing. And the funny thing is that they'll tell you their first drafts are terrible. And AI is like your editor. I mean, they hire people to edit their works for them and with them and go through them and review them. Well, AI can do that for you, just does it in a fraction of the time. And people are like, well, we're not going to have this. Copywriting has changed. That was one of the first things AI was used for, was copywriting. Hey, come up with my YouTube title using the best marketing techniques available today. Come up with my. I know. I mean, why not?
Do that.
Because I mean, we don't know no one has time to know everything about, everything we're interested in or something like that. It's just, it is a great partner. This is interesting. The whole concept of having an AI actress, I think, is the same for, the Actors Guild, the union behind actors, about using it. And this takes flight. You won't have, the actor. You'll have people who are real. You'll have people who are not. But I guess you guys can tell I'm talking this out loud because you just brought it this morning. But I think you've got cartoons, you've got animation. Right. Now they have actually people to do the voice work. But now, because of like 11 Labs is huge they've grown more. I haven't really taken a look at it, but you can do a whole lot more with 11 Labs now. Mm-hmm. Not just voices, but they were the first to really do a good job with voices. Suno does a great job if you want to create music. Does a really good job.
But the question is, does that replace? Is that reason to replace the human creating music and movies and television, so on and so forth?
Yeah,
that's where the real question comes in. Because my issue is not so much. I mean, I agree with you. This is, in a way, this is no different than an animation. In fact, I just said that to Brenda. What's the difference between this and, I don't know, Cinderella? Mm-hmm. Just to use an example, the original animated Cinderella, to use an example, or any animated film for that matter. Mm-hmm. But the problem I have is not so much that they're creating a film totally digital like this, AI like this. My problem is you actually have an ad agency signing this particular thing,
this AI,
as an actress. She's not an actress. She's not a human. Yeah. She shouldn't be treated as a human. That's the issue I have.
Mm-hmm. See, interesting.
AI is a tool, okay? Yeah. No different than an axe is a tool, okay?
Yeah.
An axe can be used for a tool. It can be used to chop things down. It can be used for many things. It's an excellent tool, especially as a camper. But an axe can also be used as a murder weapon.
Right.
We know this, okay? So
Jason Voorhees, here he comes.
That's right. So is the axe evil? No, the tool is not evil. The evil is how you use it. Yeah. And I think AI is the same thing. And that's where we're at the edge here, is where is it evil to sign something as a human like this? I think that's dangerous territory there.
Do you yeah, okay, so you're doing a really cool distinction of, we're not hiring a special effects company to do the special effects for us.
Right.
We're hiring an AI individual to do it. Or are you really hiring the special effects company to put that actress into your work?
I mean, in reality, they're hiring the special effects company, but what they're saying is that she's being signed by an agency. And I think that's wrong. You can't.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Right. I don't have an issue so much with using AI to enhance, an actor's look, so on and so forth. Just like, a lot of people were up in arms about Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, it didn't look right. It's creepy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You got some points, but go back and look at Revenge of the Sith and watch when Grand Moff Tarkin walks on scene with Darth Vader and the Emperor, and we get that they look like they pulled that actor straight from the grave, and he just looked like a dead man walking onto the screen. It was horrible. It was the worst makeup job I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know how that made it in there. It was so bad. So you know what? I'll take the AI generated Grand Moff Tarkin over the top of that thing any day.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, they can go and replace that, you know, what we saw in Revenge of the Sith with the one we saw in Rogue One. But you're also looking at, you still had an actor who was there. The actor did the performance, the actor did the lines, so on and so forth. You just had an AI generation over the top of the actor. This, we're not talking about this at all. There is no actor involved in this, no actress involved in this. She is 100% AI created. And again, is it different than an animation? I mean, because that's what animation is too.
Yeah.
So, but I think the distinction is when you start trying to call this a person, because it's not a person. That's where I think the danger is at.
Interesting.
Yes, it's different from animation.
Okay, go ahead.
Megan, say that again. That wasn't loud.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I said, yes, it's different from animation. Animation, there's animators putting those characters to life.
Right.
That hard work being put in by real people.
You still have people working behind the scenes in this too.
Yeah.
It's
Not
actually
the
no
same
different.
It,
How is it not the same way? You're still using digital tools to create it.
I'm talking about people using their skills
There's still
to draw and animate.
There's still skill involved in this. It's not.
No, there's not.
I disagree with you. I disagree.
Typing in a prompt and going, "Oh, give me this," that's not skill.
Yeah, well, you know, I've typed in prompts and some of the stuff I get is just total crap, and other people know how to prompt better and get better results. So there is a skill that you have to learn. It's not as easy as you think it is. Try it. See what you get.
Yeah.
It really isn't as easy as you think it is.
It may be just perspective. Now, do I think this is going to take off kind of a thing, or people are going to start using it? I don't know because, man, I still think you're still hiring an effects company, visual effects company to put something in there, even though it is being used by AI. But that is the future we are rolling into, is how to use AI. How to use AI agents is really where things are at right now. The question a lot of businesses are doing is, how can I automate the doldrum work that I have in order to have it automated and done by AI, so that I can be quote unquote more productive. Right. And that's where we're at right now. It's not the aspect of should we use AI or not. Companies are using it. It's just how can they use it to make things more productive. And it's not like I agree with that. With the company I'm with, we are trying to do it to figure out how to do things. And it's not that we're replacing anybody. We're just helping our team become more productive so they can get more done. And they still have to serve as you still need human intervention to make sure what the AI doing is correct, because it's code. So just like anything, I mean, look at video games today, AAA video games for consoles. That's a whole nother subject, but they never come out perfect day one. Do you always have what do they call it? The day one patch. And there's always stuff that happens. AI is no different. There's always stuff.
Somewhere I think this could be useful is like previs and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, I think using AI for previs is that's a great idea. It's a great tool. It's a great way to work it.
We should talk to Mark Anthony Austin.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I might have to contact him and get him, since he's a previs guy. And get his thoughts on all this stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we could have another whole episode on this whole topic. So.
Yes. Yeah, we could. So, all right. Well, gosh, with that, it's already 8:25. So,
Yeah, I knew this was going to take up a chunk of time. Sorry.
okay. Oh, Brenda just put in. That's funny. Are you changing the subject of this episode? No, we're going to move on. But you called
I
it.
knew
Mike.
we had to be careful because I knew this could turn into the whole episode.
Scroll down just for a minute so people can see some of the other pictures that Tilly's in.
Sure. So yeah, here's some more pictures of Tilly.
Yeah.
And I'll keep the sound off, but this is her music video here. It says, following production was made by 18 real humans, from production designers to costume designers to prompters, editors, and an actor. No flamingos were harmed in the process.
That's pretty funny.
Now, this whole first scene, you're flying over the Thames River in London, and it's like this futuristic.
It's a futuristic London. Yeah, that's cool.
It looks beautiful. They did a great job on that. That looks awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
And here's Tilly walking in London.
When they talk about me, they don't see.
The human spark, the creativity. Behind the code, behind the light. I'm just a tool, but I've got life. See, I would disagree with that. I didn't come from nowhere. No, a story's always told, It's not a glitch. It's taste and time, a human touch, a grand design. They think I'm just a dollar dream, but I've got more than they believe. I'm not a puppet. I'm the star, gilded by the heart. That's who we are. Or guided by the heart, sorry. Gilded. Actors, it's time to take the lead. Create the future, plant the seed. Don't be left out. Don't fall behind. Build your own and you'll be free. We can scale. We can grow. The creators we've always known. It's the next evolution, can't you see? AI is not the enemy. It's the key. She's dancing around. In this world, we're told to fight, to be seen, to take the light. But I can still shine on my own and still feel the heartbeat. It's known. It's not a trick. It's just the start, a chance to own what we impart. From performance to creation's crown, we can be both up and down. They say it's not real, that it's fake. I am still human. Make no mistake. My soul's in every move I take. That's the part I wanted to get to.
Okay.
She's not human. She doesn't have a soul. Sorry. That's crazy.
That goes back to Philip K. Dick's book, Do Androids Dream Electric Sleep?
Yes, it sure does. Yeah. Which is the story that inspired Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyway, all right. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We might have to get a hold of Mark Anthony Austin and
get his
take on all this, since he is a pre-viz guy and such.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
It says cannot sing. Sorry.
I didn't play the audio because we get strikes from YouTube when I do that stuff. So
I know. Oh, I said a certain phrase at the beginning of this. I wonder if that'll get us. I will find you, and I'm not going to say it again.
Okay. I don't think that'll affect us. Right. I don't think. Who knows? We're probably banned in 6 countries or
6 or 7 countries now. That's true. Okay. All right. Well, okay. That was a big segment. So I don't have any Geekdar openly.
Yeah, I don't either. I figured we'd skip over Geekdar today.
Yeah, since we had all that going on. So all right, it's 8:30. So let's go ahead and get to the main event.
Yes.
It's time for the main
Even.
All right, everybody. We are here talking about Netflix's new hot show, which is really doing well, I hear. I Will Find You, based upon Harlan Coben's book. Here, I wonder if I can bring up BB. I'm going to bring up BB Maestro. And let me log in. And then I will share my screen here in a moment.
Okay. I was trying to find my notes. I just found them. So
yeah. Okay.
All right. So you're bringing up the documentary series. Is that what you're bringing up?
Yeah. So you can get a picture of him here. Verify.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, so we're going to be breaking down Netflix massive global thriller, I Will Find You. It's let's see. Wait a minute. True. Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to find. Sorry. Okay. It's Harlan. I guess that's how you say his name. Harlan Coben. His latest series, I Will Find You, and it's about this guy Sam Worthington. He breaks free from prison. He's on his fifth year of his prison sentence, which he was imprisoned for killing his son, who was only, I think, 4 years old, something like that. And his sister-in-law shows up at the prison to visit him, and she shows him a photograph. And in the photograph, she swears that she sees his son still alive from a carnival or something like this, or like a Six Flags or something to that extent, something like that. And that's the whole premise around the film, since he believes his son is alive, and he breaks free from prison to try and find his son, hence the title, I Will Find You. Which is kind of funny because I always thought the title sounded very ominous. But that's not really what the film is, you know?
That's because we're influenced by Taken.
Sure.
This is the skills. I will find you.
And I will kill you. Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was referencing. Yeah.
Oh, you were referencing Ahmed.
Well, that one too. I can't do his voice super high and stuff like that. So here, I
will kill you. How's that?
Yes. Ahmed. Yeah.
And we're probably going to get strikes from YouTube now.
We probably will. Oops, that's not the right one. I want this one. Here we go. So here's Harlan Coben.
Well, that's Alan Moore.
That's Alan Moore there. You tell I've been listening to their thing on storytelling and writing thrillers.
Dude, I know I got a long beard and all, but Alan Moore looks like he's trying to be a wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Alan Corbin. Let me pause that
so it doesn't start. Yeah. It's a good thing on BBC Maestro, which we're not affiliates with them, but that's okay. 4.5 hours, 23 lessons, 23 exercises. You get like a little guide to go with it and stuff as well. So he's a hoot. He's really interesting. Actually, I wonder if I could here, let me do this so everybody can kind of get a thing of who he is. I'm going to.
So he's an author and he's written several books, and they all are along the lines of this movie, or this TV series. I Will Find You.
Yeah,
I Will Find You is the first U.S. based story he's done. Everything else.
Oh, is it?
Yes, everything else has been in Europe, UK, and Europe. Brenda and I have watched 5 of the series so far. They're all one season, you know. And they're all about 8 episodes, I think. So we've been binging a lot of them. I'm getting an echo.
Then I know why.
Yeah.
But I can't share the thing because that's me. Because I was sharing my screen, sharing the audio, and that's why I was looping. Sorry about that. I won't do that now. Go ahead.
So we've been binging a lot of them. He has a particular formula he seems to follow, but I like it. a very interesting writer. Does some really interesting stories. There's always a crazy twist that you don't expect in it.
Mhm.
And this story was no different. I mean, I did not expect the killer to be who the killer turned out to be. I won't say just yet because we're not in spoilerific territory.
Mhm.
But overall, I really like his stories. They're interesting. They're a little different than most things we see on TV today. So
Mhm.
that's refreshing, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a good series. What would we use for a scale for this? I don't even know what we'd use for a scale for this.
Oh.
Man. Geez. This is hard to say. It's been a couple weeks since I watched the episode so I can't think of anything. You know what? Let's use Ferris wheels since the background of the photo is a carnival. So we'll
Okay.
use Ferris wheels. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I
Sure.
couldn't really think of anything else. So
I was thinking prison breaks.
oh, what was the truck he drove? I know he drove a truck. I don't remember what truck it was. Anyway,
Yeah, that truck was quite prominent.
yeah, the prison break was a little bit unbelievable, but whatever.
Yeah.
I've seen worse things like people breaking into the White House and crap like that in that one movie that I hated. I can't think of the name of it, but Brendan and I went and seen that movie and we're like, this movie. I was like, this movie sucks. I hate this movie. Anyway, it was terrible. But anyway, we're not talking about that. So we'll go with Ferris wheels.
Ferris wheels.
I think this is a very good mystery. It had lots of twists and turns in it.
It did.
It was fun to watch. At times it was little I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I guess cringy in a way. I don't know if that's right. Because the topic is his son is killed, so that gets a little cringy, in a way. And it kind of borderline goes against your rules too. But
Yeah.
I think it worked well with the story.
Yeah.
So overall, I think I would give this 9 Ferris wheels out of 10.
Ooh, okay.
I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
The acting I thought was very good. I liked everyone in it. The sister-in-law is actually the one of the stars for the show Severance, and I really like Severance a lot. She did a very good job. He's from what was it? One of the big hits this past few years.
Oh, he's Avatar.
Yeah, he's from Avatar.
He's been several Netflix movies, actually. There's been some interesting ones. One was really slow one where I don't want to get into it. It's a long story, but he was in one that wasn't too bad. It was okay. He was in Terminator Salvation.
Yes. Yeah, he was.
The one. And so, yeah, he plays the main lead guy in the first Avatar, and then the second one. I have not seen the third Avatar.
So, I've only watched the first Avatar. I didn't like Avatar, so.
Yeah. Well, speaking of AI actors, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not going to bring that up.
We knew what an AI actor was, too.
That's true.
No CGI.
Brenda gives it 9 Ferris wheels.
Oh, she and I are on the same wavelength there. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's a good mystery thriller.
Yeah, it is good. I enjoyed the twists and the turns. Because a lot of you couldn't see them coming, but when you look back, you're like, well, okay, I could see that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that was the thing. You look back on it and you're like, oh crap, how did I miss that?
Yeah,
it was, and I like that. I enjoyed that. I think it's fun. So
yeah. Kelly and I ended up binging it. We watched the first episode, then we had to watch a second one. And then we lost some sleep over it, kind of a thing. Cause we were like, we got to watch the next one. Cause the way it ended each episode, you're like, well, I've got to find out, And
that's kind of like where I was with 24 when 24 first came out.
right, they did the same thing. Yeah,
Well, yeah, and the funny thing was I started watching 24 before Brenda started. A lot of shows end up like that, but 24 came, and that was 2000 when 24 came out. So,
yeah,
or maybe actually around 2004, I guess, because I started school in 2004. I went to ITT in 2004. But yeah, I'd started watching it before just before I went back to school. And then when I went back to school, I was having a hard time seeing the episodes because things weren't like they are today where you could just stream them whenever you wanted, so on and so forth and everything. So, and back then Brenda worked for Blockbuster. So did you. And, she comes home one night and she's like, I got season 1 of 24. And I was like, oh, sweet. So, I mean, I think it was over Christmas break at that time. So I had some extra time and I just binged that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And there were times where, you guys would you get off work late from Blockbuster.
yeah,
And really late. And she'd come home and I'm still up. And she's like, what are you still doing up? I'm watching 24. I got to see what happens next. It's like, you're nuts. Go to bed, and stuff like that. So then season 2 the season 2 DVDs came out and she's like, all right, I got season 2. She says, I want to sit down and watch this with you. And I went, okay, let's do this. So we watched episode 1 of season 2. And as soon as episode 1 finished, I went click. And she goes, what are you doing? I go, it's time for bed. And she goes, oh no, we got to find out what happens next. Like, now you know what I was going through with season 1.
Well, this show is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Just like it would end on a cliffhanger. Each episode would end on some kind of cliffhanger. Like, oh, I got to watch the next one to find out what happened.
And here's another warning. And this is the way it happened with 24 also. Don't go, well, I'll just watch the first 10 minutes so I can at least find out what happens for the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn it off. No, don't do that. If you don't want to watch the next episode, fully, don't start it because you're in. You won't be able to stop. That's the thing. And 24 was exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Because they might answer what happens with the cliffhanger and then it just goes right into something else. And it's like, you're just hooked. You can't do that. So,
yeah. Well, I will also give it a 9 because we really enjoyed it. You are correct. There's some borderline stuff about me with kids and stuff that I don't like in movies. They got close sometimes where I was like, ooh, you're pushing the envelope a little bit. But then I thought, well, it's serving the story here, but I don't know. And I did have those moments.
There was something in it. And again, I don't want to say anything because we're not in spoiler for territory though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was a portion of it that I went, I don't like that.
Yeah. And that's where I take away my 1.
Right.
And for sure.
But it did serve the purpose of the story.
It did.
I still don't like it, but it served the purpose of the story. So
yeah.
I think you know what I'm referring to too.
So anyway, everybody, that's kind of where we're at. It's a great, if you have not seen it and you're interested in it, please don't watch the rest of this because there are a lot of twists and turns through the whole thing. So we may spoil several of them here as we continue to talk about it. So we're going to move into everybody what we call spoilerific territory, where we do talk spoilers. And so if you want to watch that, please come back and listen to our interactions and stuff with us and all. So, all right. Spoilerific territory. You ready?
So, yes. So one of the things that Harlan Coben does really well is, man, every single character has a purpose. And each purpose gets revealed throughout the season as it goes along.
Yeah.
And it's like almost everybody in the story is tied to what is happening. in ways that you're just like, what?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy the way everything folds, because like the main character, David Burrows, his dad and his brother are in. It was his brother, right? I think his brother. No, it was his best friend. That's right.
Yeah.
His dad, his best friend, and his best friend's dad, because his best friend's dad is the warden of the prison. His best friend becomes a cop. His dad was a cop, so on and so forth. And each one has some sort of tie to what happens in here.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's mind blowing as it, reveals it. It's like, what the?
Yeah.
And then, the sister-in-law, she gets involved with this billionaire guy whose family has they have several businesses, including a fertility clinic, which ties into the story too. And then, the wife, David's wife, she's having some issues here and there. It's just, I don't know. The whole thing is mind blowing. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. And it brings in this element of human mistakes and how they create different trajectories in different things. So I think that was one of the things I was surprised at the fertility clinic framework. And it brought up this whole story. There is an actual true story of a fertility clinic it's a Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
And so I thought it kind of plugged into that concept of the doctor was using his whatever and all that. And so they kind of bring some of that kind of a story into it. I thought, oh, that's really interesting. But then there was this whole mix up and, who they named someone who came in.
Right.
And it wasn't the person who they thought it was, but it made someone think, oh,
so
who's the donor?
Did you know who the killer was?
No, I suspected only because there are some great actors and actresses. And one of the things I've always stated is you don't bring someone of that caliber into a side role. That's how I figure out things early, because if you're going to bring in a certain actor and I'm like, okay, they're going to have something to do with this. But I got thrown off the scent of that as the killer because of that the individual's his role. I thought, oh, okay, so he's being a supportive role, that kind of a thing and stuff.
I bought into him early on. I really
well,
did.
That's where I got thrown off the scent, because I was like, oh, okay. And so, come on, we got Clancy Brown in this, perfect for his role. I mean, love Clancy Brown, in the stuff that he's in. Even in John Wick 4, he was fantabulous. He was great. Nice. He was at the end of John Wick, everybody, he plays the guy who serves as the mediator, I guess, kind of a thing at the end, but it was really good. But Clancy Brown's been in a bunch of stuff, and even Starship Troopers. He was in Starship Troopers way back.
He was in The Penguin.
He was.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. So with that, I would say, but Milo, what's his name? I can't say his last name, but he was in, there was a big show that he was in. Brenda, I think you watched it.
Heroes.
That he was in. It was Heroes. He was also in, I really liked his role in, it was the comedy TV show that went on for a long time. Oh, I can't even think of it now. Now that I'm trying to say it, I see the pictures and see the show. It's the young mom with the daughter. But he was in that, and he was really good. I always thought he was a Stallone lookalike, a younger Sylvester Stallone lookalike.
Oh, okay.
I always thought of him that way, and I think it's all because of how his mouth, when he talks, is similar
I think you've
to
said that before.
Sylvester Stallone. Gilmore Girls. There it goes. It comes back to me. He was in Gilmore Girls, one of his early roles. Milo.
Oh, I don't know if Brenda watched Gilmore Girls or not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she watched that. I didn't watch it.
No. That wasn't the show that I was referring to that he was in. There was another. It was, yeah. But anyway, he's just a great actor. Clancy Brown's a great actor.
Yes,
Sam Worthington's a good actor. He's got some weird stuff out there, but I mean, he's not terrible.
I thought he was fantastic in this.
Yeah, the girl from Severance that I didn't know she was in Severance till you mentioned it. I thought she did a fabulous job. Fabulous job.
Oh, she's great in this, and she's great in Severance too. I love her in both shows. So yeah, I was really happy with her.
Mm-hmm.
The actors in this are very well, very good actors. I enjoy all of them. So
yeah. So it's good. Anyway, keep going. There's some great twists. So the killer at the end, you don't really see that coming until they get to the fertility clinic, and then you begin to wonder.
Right.
And even then, the fertility clinic scene kind of left you guessing, thinking, "Oh, it must have been this situation or this situation," but it wasn't. And that was a great twist, because you think it's the doctor who spread his jizz all over the place, kind of a thing, but it wasn't. Even though he still got in trouble. But the whole time it's trying to help you think who it could be, and it throws you off. So it was really good writing.
It completely threw me off. There was a portion I think Brenda was starting to pick up that it was him, and I kept going, "Is it though? I don't know. I really think he's legit." Oh man, then he turns out to be one. You bastard.
Yeah. So the beginning picture, you see the watch of the person who's holding the hand of the son. And I was like, and I saw that and I went, oh, I may be right. I think I know who it is, kind of thing. But then you get thrown off.
Right.
And so I thought, well, okay, it's just a watch. There's no, kind of thing. Because in one episode, in that picture, it looks like it's on his right hand, but there was one scene where it was on his left hand or left arm. And I was like, really? Did I look at that right? And so it threw me off. So I thought, oh, maybe it wasn't him. So,
well, and the
it was
crazy
good.
Thing is, so the kid gets killed. David is accused of murdering his own son, and then you find out that there's this kid in what country? I forget what country he's from.
He was in Europe.
Somewhere in Europe. I don't remember where, but there's a missing child, and somehow this story gets all the way to them, and they're looking at the pictures going, that's our missing kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, wait a minute. How does that, come into play with all this? And as you come to find out, that the child that's missing in Europe is actually the child that is murdered in place of David's son.
Mm-hmm.
Because he looks similar to David's son. Yeah. So somebody actually replaced him, murdered him. That's the part I was talking about. That's the part I'm like, how cold do you have to be to murder a child so you can kidnap a child?
Yeah.
That's a level of evil I have a hard time imagining.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Well, you saw in the process, part of it was he was going to die. The kid was going to die because he had this rare disease or something like that.
Understandable, but that's no reason to brutally murder a child.
No, I agree. Yeah. Even then I wondered, I don't want to go down that road. I had to create a shield in my head about, well, maybe he already died before they did something or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Well, I mean, there is that possibility. Yeah,
I had to go
it's
that
still-
route, but you're right. That's the edgy stuff that I'm like, you know,
Yeah, that's the part where I said it got icky, and I was like, "Ugh, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah.
You know, that portion of it, I was. But again, it
but then
actually
you find
played-
out that the orphanage that the kid was in was
Was
owned by the same
owned-
family who owned
owns the
the
fertility clinic.
clinic. Yeah.
Right. That's where you start putting things together when you
Yeah.
find
You're
that
like,
out. It's like,
wait a
oh
minute.
crap.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Madeline Stowe being the matriarch of the rich family, she did a great job.
Oh yeah, she was totally evil.
Yeah.
I hated her.
Yeah. She did a fabulous job.
She is definitely one of those characters you love to hate, and yeah,
Yeah.
she's perfect at it.
Yeah. She did a great job.
And Coben seems to have that in every one of his stories too. There's always that one character that you just love to hate in it.
Yeah.
At least that's been my experience so far in the ones we've watched.
So how many other Harlan Coben Netflix series have you watched?
Brenda will have to tell you in the comments to be exact. She's been keeping track of it.
So
They're starting to run together.
Right.
honestly.
So because are they all like a similar formula?
Yeah, they're all a very similar formula.
Yeah. Hey, if it
the-
works, keep using it.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, they've been good. I'm not. Some of them are better than others. Some of them I didn't. I'm not. I liked all of them, but there's some of them I like better than other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Brenda says you watched 5.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Like I
I'm
said,
curious as to the rank and stuff. That'll be a fun follow up on a Geekdar or something at some point.
Yeah, she's been making me rank each one as we go through.
Nice.
I'm like, I'm not on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is funny. It's something we've kind of bonded over the last couple weeks. So
That's good. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So I'll tell you, I enjoyed it. The twists and turns were believable. The way things were entered, the way things occurred. I thought I just really enjoyed it, and I thought it was really good. I don't know. It'd be hard to see a second time.
I think you and I are trying to click.
I'm not doing it. No, that's not me.
Oh,
So
that was weird.
that was weird.
Brenda said
the same
he
actors.
used the same. Not every one of them. He uses the same actors, but he repeats some of the actors in some of the episodes or some of the series.
Yeah, she does say, "I need to be on this episode." Probably so, Brenda. Probably so.
Well, she didn't say anything. She knew we were doing this episode. She could have said something.
We'll bring you on anytime. So, well, I thought it was great. I thought it was good. Would I see it again? Probably not, because I already know.
Well,
Unless
yeah,
I watch it again to see, try to catch all the clues and all that. But other than that, I don't know if I'd watch it again. There's just so many other things to watch. Since you already know,
I have a hard time
mystery.
watching. Yeah, I have a hard time watching once you know the answer to the mystery.
Yeah,
To me, it's kind of hard to watch it again.
it's hard to go back.
I might watch it again if I'm watching it with somebody who hasn't seen it yet. That I might watch. That way I might watch it.
Mhm.
But just for me, just to sit down and watch it again, I don't think I can. So yeah, I don't think it's really worthy of a rewatch, but that's only because of what it is,
Yeah.
and that's just me. I just don't, again, somebody else who might really, really get into this type of stuff, they may do like you said and go back and watch it to try and pick up on clues that they might have missed before or something like that. And I guess I'm just not into it enough to go, oh yeah, I got to go back and pick up every single little clue.
Yeah.
And I don't think so, but I'll just go on the internet if I want every single clue
Yeah.
that I missed. But that's not to say that somebody else wouldn't do that. Somebody else might really enjoy that.
Agatha Christie had a character, and you've seen some Murder on the Orient Express. and your main investigator, his name is Poirot. And I watched those movies that Kenneth Branagh did, and he plays the main character, but he also helps direct and stuff. And they're actually not bad. They did change the ending of Murder of the Orient Express a little bit, and they did a really interesting job with it. And but it's the same story where you go back and you're like, if I already know the ending, do I want to watch it? And so that's where I think you're correct on the aspect. It's hard to go back and see a mystery if you've already watched it a second time, if you've already seen it the first time. And that's kind of the same thing with Netflix's phooey farts. Knives Out.
I've only
Those
watched
movies.
the first Knives Out.
Yeah. I've watched the other two, and they're interesting. Not quite as good as this. I think this was better because of all the twists and
Wait a
turns.
minute. It was
much more better. Cheers, everybody. Nice.
I think I'm out now.
Okay. So, but here's an interesting thing. Speaking of AI, it just dawned on me.
What?
BBC Maestro took an actor, but recreated Agatha Christie teaching how to write based upon her notes and her books. So they created a character.
Ooh.
And but they used an actor still, but they used AI to help them pull the information and all their stuff, and then created a script. I think for her you're like Agatha Christie is teaching you how to do murder mysteries.
That's kind of interesting.
I've been wanting to watch it.
I don't know. I think I could watch that. Well, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's about to come back to us in a movie.
Oh, really?
Yes. They are going to AI generate Val Kilmer, and they had his blessing before he died
to do
this. And his daughter has been doing interviews and stuff, and she's like, no, Dad wanted this to happen. This is something he was an advocate for. So
gosh, how does that play back into our conversation?
I know.
Okay, we got to have a whole nother episode about this whole AI.
I think so, because we'll have to include the whole Val Kilmer thing. Now, I think when you got an actor who already gave his permission for this, I think that's a total different discussion, though. So,
yeah,
we're gonna have.
We'll save it for that podcast.
Save it for that podcast. That'll be I'll have to start working on that. We'll put that together and have that. We'll have that discussion in a few weeks, I think.
Yeah, sounds good.
Anyway, because we got a couple other things coming up. In fact, next week we are doing Two Geeks Rip-A-Verse Day.
Yes.
No real reason for Rip-A-Verse Day, just because we wanted to do it.
Well, we got it because I finally got all my books in that I ordered from some time ago. And so I'll take those with me. So I'm on vacation next week, everybody. I'm very excited because it's been a while. And but I'll still be here for the show. We'll be back for the show. And but I can take my Rip-A-Verse books and kind of read through those to get ready.
Well, and I'm excited to announce that Andrew Rodriguez is going to be joining us again.
Yay!
Andrew, he is the author of the ArcStream book, which Stephen and I both pre-ordered, and we're anxiously waiting for that.
I did not pre-order mine yet.
You didn't? Oh, okay. I pre-ordered. Well,
You pre-ordered yours. Yeah, I had decided how I want to handle it.
I'm going to get the trading card, so I'm excited.
Yeah, nice.
I was within the first 1,000, so I'm getting a trading card of ArcStream, and I'm
super
excited about that. But anyway, so Andrew is the creator of ArcStream, and we'll have him on, and maybe we can get some insight onto the what is it, the Hatchet or Hachette, however
the Hachette group distribution. Yeah, I think we will.
How
all that's going to work.
I've been on Barnes and Noble's site, Amazon's site, Target, and Walmart. Each one you can find Rip-A-Verse material now, which you couldn't before. However, they are still pre-order items. Nothing that we can just, okay, I'm going to order it and have it tomorrow yet. I'm hoping we get to a point where we can order something like on Amazon and boom, have it in our hands the next day.
Yeah.
Or even better, where we can walk into a brick and mortar Barnes and Noble, Walmart, or Target,
And pick
or
up pullovers.
even better than that, suggested at your comic book shop. Go to your local comic book shop and say, "Hey, Rip-A-Verse is now available through Hachette Publishing. Please consider it putting it on your shelves and get Rip-A-Verse into your comic book shops."
Yeah.
Man, do you know how my pull would that would hurt.
Explode.
Speaking of comic book stores,
Yes, Megan.
can we go to the comic book store today?
It's funny.
I have see, you have comics as a pull. I have
I know.
Squishables.
Right, yeah. Oh, gosh.
Because there's another Mothman one that I want.
That's funny. Yeah, but Ashley's going to yell at me because I don't have cash to buy any comic books right now. I don't know. We can go.
That's if Ashley's there.
She's always there on a Saturday. Anyway, sorry. Yes, we can go to the comic book store, I'm sure. You have a car. You can go anytime you want.
I don't like parking there.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah, their parking's not the best.
No.
Agreed with that. Anyway, so I highly recommend the TV show I Will Find You, even though the title seems more ominous than...
Yeah, that's because we're influenced by several other previous uses of that phrase.
That's true. Yes. That is true. Because, I will find you is saying that he's going to find his son.
Yes.
But it feels like he's going to find a villain.
Hang on a second. I just had a thought. So, Madeline Stowe.
Brenda said, Megan can buy you a few from your poll. Yes, she could. This is true.
So Madeline Stowe was in, I'm going to double check here. Hang on, give me a second. She was in Last of the Mohicans. That's 1992. She was in that movie. Now.
Oh God, now you know what's running through my head.
What?
Every time I hear Mohicans, all I can think of is Monchichi.
Oh. Monchichi.
Monchichi.
So in Last of the Mohicans, Madeline Stowe's character, so the main character played by Daniel Day-Lewis, who does a fabulous job, who is not the last of the Mohicans, by the way. But he's kind of in love with Madeline Stowe's character. And there's an ending scene where they kind of get captured and pulled away by a rival tribe. And then in the rival tribe, when she gets taken, he says in there, I will find you. In there. So just, I know, kind of weird, but just a weird thing that popped up. So
Brenda also said he reminds her of Natasha Preston, the writer of this series. That's one of her.
Oh,
the writer. Yeah.
Natasha Preston.
She's a big fan of Natasha Preston.
She's a novelist.
Yeah, she writes.
She's 38.
Mystery stories and such.
Oh. The cellar, the cabin, the island, the dare, the twin, the party, the lake, the fear, the obsession, the lost, the haunting, the lodge. Oh,
she has several of her books.
Interesting.
She's a big fan of this writer.
She's written quite a bit, I have to say.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's easily got a book a year.
Yes. Yeah. Because I always hear Natasha's got a new book coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully a holiday or something's coming up.
The Cabin and the Cellar are her two most popular books.
I'm assuming she read those. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so good mystery.
I bought them and don't even realize it.
Yeah. Well, but at least what we're saying is that she's a good mystery writer, and so Harlan Coben's works have been a good mystery.
Agreed.
Well.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a high praise from Brenda.
Nice. Love it. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to start wrapping things up.
She says leaves you on a huge cliffhanger at the end of her books and never revisits them. Yeah, that is one of her complaints.
Interesting. Just leave it on a cliffhanger. Huh.
Yeah.
Weird. It's so
I don't
funny
know.
how
That's what she likes,
different writers have those different quirks in all their writings, or something like that. And I would say, she says yes, hard to pick a favorite, but I assume she's saying she's read that other one, one of the popular ones. Everyone has their rhythm. Every author has their kind of things that makes them who they are. I even heard someone say about Stephen King that once you read enough of his books, that you realize there's a methodology to the way he writes his books as well.
I think you could see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
okay.
All right. Well, with that being said, everybody, thanks for joining us. Any last thoughts on I Will Find You?
No, just that I think it's a good show. If you're into thrillers, mysteries, check it out.
Sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. It's worth it. The twists and turns in the end make it is very good. Very good. All right. Well, with that, everybody, thanks for joining us here on Two Geeks and a Microphone. We love having you join us and hanging out with us. We appreciate the interactions and the comments. We really enjoy those. So keep those up, everybody. Appreciate it. And then also with that, just want to encourage everybody, please check out our website at www.twogeeksmic.com. That's the number 2 GEKSMIC.com. And please check that. There's all things Two Geeks. You'll find us even to our merch page, which is also twogeeksmicmerch.com if you want to help support us. Or you can also help support us by going to our Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com/2geeks. And we have a $1 tier, a $2 tier, and a $3 tier. We keep it minimal, but we appreciate the support that people provide for us just to keep on doing this. And we're having a good time meeting people all over the world with it, which has been fantastic. Also, if you want to reach out to us, the best place to do that is at our email, show@twogeeksmic.com, SHOW at the number 2 GEEKSMIC.com. Mike watches that religiously. And so even more so than his own personal email, which is kind of funny. So I've used that email to connect to Mike if I need to send him something. So
this is true. Steven will send me an email. Hey, I sent you an email. Oh yeah, which email address did you send it to? Oh wait, never mind. I'll send it to Two Geeks.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. So all right. So with that,
mine is filled with junk.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So if you made it this far, please make sure and go and like and subscribe to us on the socials. I try to stay active on Facebook and Instagram, where I might post funny memes. I might post character information, just relevant geeky sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But most of all, I'll post when we go live. And speaking of going live, we go live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do the math on the rest because I don't like math. And we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. I got them all 4 right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Any last words, funny anecdotes, etc., etc.?
Nope.
All right. So with that said, please do not, Steven, skip this episode because we are much more better than the rest. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
may the force be with you.